there, podcast listeners. Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep. We're joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Hi.
And today we have a new guest, Jealous.
Hi. Hey, hello.
And then Kyle's in the corner.
Yeah.
Roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
We fixed that. And I fixed the interference problem because I was right. It was right alongside that cord, and so it was causing interference. I fixed it.
How did you manage that?
Because the aux cord was right along the digital output, and so that was causing interference.
I see.
So I was like, either tinfoil or moving it, and moving it fixed it. So now we have crisp, clean audio. Oh yeah, those are the 3 words you can say. Any other swears you may think of, don't say.
Other than those 3, yeah.
Yeah. Slut, damn, hell. There we go.
We've had too many podcasts where we've had language. So
you.
Me, as in me. So those are the 3 words that I was told I could say.
You're the reason why we have those words.
Anyways, these podcasts are broken down into 4 parts. First, we will talk about how our weeks have been. Then we'll read the coronavirus news. Then we'll read the comments or comment.
Comment.
And
This
then
is just like such an interesting thing to see. Like 3 words you can say. I wonder if you could kind of like mix it up and be like, well, schlut. Is that becoming
it's
borderline?
It's borderline, yeah.
But you could still say it, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I am Groot, but he's only
Like,
stationed to those 3 words.
dang. Do you think you could only use those 3 words this whole time and
No.
communicate?
No.
Like, slut, damn, hell, damn, slut, damn, hell, slut.
Damn.
No, there's no verb.
Did you just not understand what I just said?
No.
I just said there's no verb. Why would you
Oh
say it
my
twice?
god.
You're supposed to understand these things, Dr. Sheep.
Aren't you the doctor here?
Anyways, the 4th one will be some random topic. Anime today, in this case.
Anime?
Yeah, he's an expert on anime.
Oh, really?
I am.
So anyways, as our guests, how was your week?
My week was very interesting.
Feel
It
free
was
to
really
cry.
good. It started off really good, and it had a middle and an end, and it's starting again. So
So there was a plot.
the beginning was the beginning, the middle was the middle, and the end was the end. That's how my week was. It was very good.
Don't turn into him.
That was very deep.
Just very profound. I'm trying my best to
You almost made me cry.
break the 4th wall here.
Oh, we break the 4th wall all the time. We have to break the 5th wall to make any new.
I'm trying to like be like Jim from The Office. So every time you say something, I'll look at the camera.
You have to look at a camera that's not there.
Yeah, exactly. Just
No, but they knew the camera was there in the office.
true.
So it wasn't
But
really
only Jim
breaking
did.
No, they all knew the camera. It was a documentary.
Yeah.
Like they mention it like at the very beginning and the very end, and never again.
Yeah.
I think they mentioned like that first
It's
season.
like Parks
That's
and
about
Rec.
it.
It's like a documentary type of show.
I don't remember
Parks
if
and Rec
Park
was
and
the
Rec
same
was.
thing where they do like
It was the same
interviews.
style, but was it the
Yeah.
same? Was it?
I don't know if it was
The
the same
documentary.
creators.
No, it was.
It was the interview style
Yeah, but I don't remember if it was actually
documentary. Like,
yeah, if it was like that was like why the show was created in the first place.
not sure.
Oh, so we're just gonna be chilling over here, having
Yeah.
our own conversation.
That usually doesn't happen. Usually he's on his phone.
Be like, be
Yeah.
sure to leave a comment if it was.
I liked
Parks
him
and
better when he was just
Recreation.
like ignoring us.
It's on 13%, so I don't have too much time before it dies on me. So.
Dang.
Wow,
Hello,
That's
dark and
what-
smile.
that's what it takes to get you involved in us.
Yeah, you have to kill my phone.
That can be arranged. You know that you want to drop an egg off the roof Tuesday? We'll drop that off the roof.
Oh, fun. Buy me a new phone.
No.
No.
If you guys like and comment, share, and subscribe, we can buy him a new phone. You know, at like 10,000 subscribers.
One dislike and we drop his phone.
These are our demands.
No, I don't want to pay for a phone.
I dropped it in my dog's water bowl.
That's different. This is off a 5-story building.
It was pitch black outside, so I couldn't find it.
Again, this is off a 5-story building.
He was stuck in the water.
I don't think he understood. I dropped my old phone in the toilet one time. All right?
Is that how your week's going?
That's a you.
That's not my week.
That's how your week is.
Like,
That's a you problem.
Well, that was an old problem. Anyways, Phil, how was your week?
Same as any other. I mean, I can't really compare to yours, but I mean, my beginning is pretty much the end.
God damn.
oh man, that was great. That was great.
Why do I pick people that get along with Phil? What is my problem?
My waking hours are worse than any nightmare I've ever had. So
I'm saying, like,
Maybe both of you should. Maybe you and
just put me back
Kyle.
to sleep. Actually,
Well,
Pull
my
me
week.
back into the simulation.
oh wait, now
oh my gosh, yeah. Have you guys been hearing that? The simulation,
What?
like Elon Musk and him saying that we're all in a simulation.
He's wrong.
Are you sure?
So I
feel like
Prove
you're
it.
in a simulation.
Prove it.
Yeah, exactly. If
Prove
you're in a
it.
simulation, that's exactly what you would say.
Well, no, see, I thought about the simulation. And I talked to Phil about this. So okay, there's two things that would create a simulation. Future humans and aliens. So for one thing, the aliens is the more probable, because why would future humans simulate the past?
Why not?
There's no reason to. There's
Well,
no.
the Matrix, they created AI, and the
But
AI created the past for the simulation.
But they
Humans-
also used humans as batteries. Shut up.
Okay,
about the
but
Matrix.
then
But what if-
with that logic, you're saying that humans need a reason to do anything.
Yeah, it's conscious.
Like,
What
yeah,
if
like
humans
people-
created a simulation because they wanted to understand how consciousness works? So they created their own world, or their own virtual world, where these creatures like us could develop over time and form a consciousness.
But
so
why
they could
would you need to go
deeper-
this far, though?
So they could
Why
deeper
not?
understand. Why not?
Yeah, there's so many things
What
that
if
like
we are,
Feels unnecessary.
if we
that
are
people
the
do for no
creation?
reason.
Like some other beings that we consider aliens were our creators, and we're their simulation. They're testing out different species.
Or if we were to like
I
look
said
at
the
the
aliens is the
opposite
most
of it,
likely.
like the things that we think are inferior to us, like ants, like actually created this whole thing, and they're like, yeah, this is the simulation that we want to happen. Like they just think nothing of us because we're ants, but they're living in our world. Actually, we're actually living in a bug's life.
Because here's my counter
Bugs
argument.
Life.
Because here's my counter argument to what you said.
Ah, you son of a.
Yes. So here's my counter argument. You know, why would we
Get
go?
in the chair. You two swap.
Go to the corner.
Why would we go as far as to create, VR, a more realistic world, if it's already good enough?
Well, aren't we creating VR to escape the real world because the real world's trash?
But that's what he's
But
saying.
but
Yeah,
my
he's
point is,
saying,
why
like,
do we
if it's
keep
good
enough,
yeah.
pushing it to go further if it's already good enough?
Good enough for what?
Good enough for the enjoyment.
It's
If
not.
So
Not for
my
everybody.
my point is, if
So
we're,
are you saying that this is
Simulation.
somebody playing VR? This is the crappiest VR title in the history of the world. Yeah,
For you.
I started.
For you.
No. Can you
For
think
you.
about it? You're playing the VR.
For you.
Can you imagine? Okay, you get your VR system. Like, oh, this would be great. You spawn in, and it's like killer virus outbreak. What the hell? And then you die because you get the virus.
That sounds like a very VR thing to happen.
Sounds
Actually.
like a very crappy video game, and then that's it. You have to return the game.
Yeah.
or maybe
So
the
what
virus
that
is just
is
people
the
going
VR.
into NPC mode.
Exactly. Now thinking of it, like
Put RTX shaders on.
Like,
RTX. This is RTX.
we actually say that people die, but has anyone like ever blown a dead person and see if it works again? Like they could just join. Like those old school games. Oh, you're 19, so maybe not.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
You just blow into the game cartridge to make it work again.
Work again.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna say we've played the Nintendo.
Yeah, we've done
The
that
original
before. We
Nintendo.
used to do that with that duck hunting game.
duck hunt. Duck hunt.
Yeah.
Literally.
That duck hunting game,
Literally duck
Oh
hunt.
no, we're sitting out here.
That's a will comment. That's a will comment.
No.
You know that duck hunting game? Yeah, duck hunt.
Yeah. like,
Oh, I guess yeah. But yeah, no. I was saying like, oh yeah, we're just sitting out here. We put the game cartridge in, and then the duck pops up. But real life.
yeah, exactly.
Well, Phil and I, when we were kids, whenever our TV froze, we would get up off the couch and jump up and down onto the ground to shake the TV back into like
Well, that was the antennas.
To move it back.
Damn.
Oh, I remember those days.
The good old days.
The good old days.
And you guys are just like 20.
Hey, he's a boomer.
A boomer?
Yeah, you're the closest we have to.
Actually, no, he's older than you. Are older than him, actually, aren't you?
Well, are you?
I'm sure I am.
How old are you?
I forget.
Well, there's the answer.
It's like somewhere in my 20s or 40s or 60s. Granted, it's
You
like
look great if you're 60.
Okay, but I'm saying like, oh, thank you. Oh, I feel very complimented right now.
What? Oh, if you're 60, you have no gray hairs. Either A, you're dying, like you're dyeing your hair, or B, you got something else going on.
Yo, what a screwed up thing to say to a 60-year-old. Like, either
you're
A,
dying.
you're dying. I mean, you're here.
I mean, you're still living.
Yeah, you're still living, but
You're dyeing your hair.
Respect your elders.
yeah.
Oh, now it's you. Strike. It's up to us now.
I don't
You're gonna
think I've ever
lose.
done it before.
Yes, you
Oh.
have. Not in this one.
Am I not supposed to
Other
call
podcast.
him? I'm
No.
supposed to call you Dr. Sheep, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, but I never knew that was a rule. You can't just.
Well, I did tell you. That's why
It's
you're
not
jealous.
rules.
But yeah, I see the only rules that I see are right here.
That's why Phil keeps on messing up.
Yeah, we need to write what your name is.
I
Yeah,
need a
the three
second-
words, Dr. Sheep. I don't see that.
All right.
so-
Okay. Well, now we need to write a second form. All right. That has everybody's code names on it. All right. We'll have to get to work on that. Get the Sharpie.
I'm just gonna shorten it to Doc
Well, that'd be best.
or Dr. S. Dr. Slut.
One of the words we could say. Feel free. I would say damn slut. Just the DS
Well,
works.
anyways, so we can get to learning about you. So my week, I almost got killed in a murder van today.
A what?
A murder RV. So I get called up to the front end. My manager's like, "Hey, you want to go up front and measure some doors?" I'm like, "Sure." So I'm thinking like, okay, there's some returns I need to measure for some reason. I get up there and I'm asked the manager, so I'm like, so where's the guy with the doors? He's like, oh, the guy at the cart over there. I'm like, where are the doors? And he's like, oh, out here. We walk out the exit doors. Push the clear other end of the parking lot, literally diagonal, so clear that at first you can go. There was an RV parked there. He's like, over there. I'm
That's
like,
sketchy.
okay. We get over there. I'm like, where are the doors? Inside. I'm like,
This ends great.
it's just like, you know the Breaking Bad RV? It looked like that. Not on the inside, but from the outside.
Huh.
I was just like, oh, great.
At that point, I feel like you should have just left where you
Well,
work
the-
and just.
Your manager was with you, right?
No, it
Oh,
was just,
God.
nobody knew it was for an RV. Nobody
That's what I
asked, nobody told me. So I'm just like out there, far from any cameras at this point.
Oh God.
I'm just like, all right, this is cool. All right, so he like gets in the driver's
What a
seat,
strategic
crawls over it,
spot.
oh,
Dang.
opens the door from the inside. So, all right, come in. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, where are the doors? Down here. Oh, they were openings you need to fill. Long story short, I got him the right doors. But I come back in. I walk up to the assistant manager up there. I walk up to him like, what in the literal hell? Why did you not tell me it was an RV? He's like, you have to go measure an RV? I'm like, yes. He's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, next time, ask. It's like, what was that? Is it supposed to be a murder van or something? I'm like, no. But you asked them, hey, where are these doors you're measuring? And the manager, I
Who's
can't
working
tell.
today? Was it Ryan?
Up front,
Oh, the assistant manager up front. Never mind.
it was Kendall and Matt. And I went and talked, and Dylan. And I went to Matt, and Matt was like, if I had known it was a murder van, I would have asked him to come up here. But
That's like 3 or
obviously
4
he
name
didn't.
drops right there.
Yeah.
Maybe those are
Strike,
fake
strike,
ones.
strike.
Strike, strike, strike. You're out.
Well, no,
No.
it was best to explain it
Switch
to
spots,
him.
actually.
Well, no, I needed to, because it made sense to tell him who they were. Well, yeah, and so he's like, I would have asked him to come up here, or at least you were on camera at that point, so when you got murdered or taken. To be fair, though, if I was going to get kidnapped, the windows were, like, barely attached to this RV still, so I could have just went and, like, kicked them open, like, crawled out the back as he, like, tried to drive away. So.
Assuming that you wouldn't want to run away on your own.
What do you mean? I'm going to get murdered or raped.
You
I
don't
don't
want
know.
that?
Yeah.
No!
Like, I'm talking about the murder part. Rape is not a joke.
I literally learned that today when I said, "Oh, rape van." Like, can we? And then I'm like, "Oh, I don't like that term." So I'm like, "Murder van." Oh, that's much better. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know why, but
That
like I feel like murder is a little bit of a better
But
joke to say.
I know, like, I find rape much more serious than murder.
Absolutely.
But I was just like, it was just playing out in front of me. I was just like, fascinating.
Serious question. Did you get any candy?
No, I'm not gonna take candy from this guy. I asked
Why
him.
not?
No, the greatest part was, so he was like, "Oh yeah, I just bought it." I'm like, I thought I recognized it off Craigslist because we were looking for RVs. I'm like,
Really?
I'm pretty sure it's one of the RVs off Craigslist.
Oh
Was it a
my
white
gosh.
van?
No, it was an RV, a camper.
Oh crap! Why was I thinking of a van?
Anyways,
I was thinking of
It's
like
like-
one of those just classic,
this is
stereotypical white vans that pulls up to a child. It's
it's
like, hey, do you
like
want
a
candy?
It wasn't one of those. It was an RV.
Oh, it was an RV. Oh, so it was actually.
You
kind
said
of-
RV.
My brain is not processing. I'm going insane.
We knew that.
I know. I literally. Yesterday, I
Can we,
forgot.
like, scare the
it was
demons out of him?
Saturday.
You forgot it was.
I forgot it was Saturday and I was working. I forgot where I was because usually I don't work in the spirits area, and I was covering.
Oh, so you were.
Well, I wasn't. Okay,
Drinking
so I
on
was
the
covering
job.
somebody's shift over in spirits.
Covering the shit.
I
Keep in
came,
mind, we have a camera right here.
I came
This is all
back
incriminating.
and I'm like, where am I? Because I saw my.
Where am I?
Where am
I was
I?
like, wait, where am I? Because I saw my boss. I was like, why is my boss here? Because usually I don't work spirits until like 8 o'clock at night, and this was like 4 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning.
so you were just off your grind. That's
I
happened
was
to
just
me
like
before.
completely unaware. Was like, wait, this doesn't make sense. Why is my boss still here? She shouldn't be here. And I'm like, and I look at my clock. I'm like,
It's
what
only
the
4
hell?
o'clock.
and I was losing it.
That happened to me one time. I had my schedule get changed. I had to open or
Anything
something.
that
And
goes
so
off
I was
routine.
so off for that week. I was like, I have no idea what day it is.
Yeah, what
I
made
just
it
show
even
up to
worse, I
work.
barely even. I don't work second shift Saturdays. I usually work first shift, so I was completely like off my routine.
Right. Well, we've kind of burnt through most of this first segment. We have a few minutes here.
You didn't ask me how my week was going, but that's okay.
We never ask you.
I know, but it was actually.
How is your week going? I really want to know.
Deeply explain. I want to hear all the details.
Well, we
So
still have to
I
worry about
had-
jealous.
My night terrors are pretty fun. You know the abandoned house on 14th Street?
Sure.
No.
I don't know, but please tell me
Okay.
where it is.
So when you pass our aunt's house, it's
Yeah.
right by, I want to say McKelvey or Bluff. It's right there. It's the White House. There's 2 old cars out front. There's a
It's
broken
not
down.
abandoned. A guy lives in there.
You've
Oh,
like
anyways,
also
I thought it was
successfully
abandoned.
mentioned like every other house in Lincoln, Nebraska.
So I
People
Like,
live in that house. Don't
looks
you
like
realize?
every-
Yes, people live in that house.
with a broken down barn.
Yeah.
You know,
People
yeah.
live there.
Really?
It's like, yeah, you know that
Yes.
house with the green lawn? You know, there's, I think there's some
Yeah.
windows.
It's like
I believe there's 2 cars
No,
out front
I
as
figured out
well.
which one he's talking about.
Pretty
People
sure
live
like
there.
that looks like
It's not
every
They grew
abandoned.
up on the house too.
Anybody out
like-
there?
Don't you see the
If you
power
look
go on
closely,
at
there
night?
might be windows.
It's one of those things that's like always on. You never
Yeah, if it
see.
was abandoned, there'd be no power.
Yeah,
Who's
but
paying the pill?
you never see their lights on.
Yes, I see them on.
Not inside.
Outside.
You
But,
never see inside lights.
but you
on.
still have to pay the power bill to keep the outside light on.
Well, anyways, you never see outside lights
Well,
on.
maybe they like
inside
to-
lights on.
Maybe
Anyways,
to save power.
I've never seen. I went
There's only one way to
basically all
figure
my
it
life
out.
thinking nobody lives
We
there.
go knock on the door and
We
get
have to
murdered
go
like the
knock-
man?
Yes, we have to go knock
So-
on the door and try to see if there's anyone in there.
In my
We can do that as a vlog,
my
it'd be
dreams
a
are
fun
becoming
day.
very
We do
very
Tuesday.
vivid.
Your dreams are becoming very what?
Vivid.
Vivid.
So I figured out how to lucid dream, which kind of triggered
Welcome to the club.
it triggered my night terrors because I used to get them as a kid. Then they went dormant, and then I figured out how to lucid dream. Then they came back. So I drove.
But it's
home-
all self-control.
Well, I figured out.
If you're
like, how
lucid
to-
dreaming, then you're controlling them.
No,
Oh,
because
speaking of
then
dreams, I got
then I
talk
come
about
up with
last
this.
night's.
I came up with the theory that my brain, my dreams are like a simulation, and my mind figures out, hey, he knows that he's dreaming. We need to stop him.
It's Inception.
So I was literally
Inception.
Speaking of
yeah.
Inception.
So I'm driving around the house, and if you know where this house is, you cannot drive there around the whole entire house because there's just
You know, the
woods.
lawn is mowed. I can't believe you question, like,
Anyways.
that's an abandoned house. Like, the lawn gets mowed.
Anyways, I drove around
The
this
nicest
house,
lawn on the
and all of a
14th
sudden I
Street.
see this creepy grandma staring out at me through the window.
Fun fact, you've met that person at one point in your life.
She was freaking crazy looking. She scared me.
Anyways, my dreams last night, I kept dreaming that it was 7:30, which is when my alarm was going off, and so like I just kept like, it was like all night. It was
Oh.
like
No.
waking up from dream to next dream, but it was like 4:30,
That's fine.
5:30, 6:30. I was like, this is awful.
Dang.
I thought like at 4:30 it was 7:30. I was like, I don't want to get up, and then like I fall asleep, look over my, it's only 5. What the hell? I thought it was 7:30.
Some Groundhog Day stuff.
Oh yeah, it
Just
was
like
messed
living
up.
the same thing
I
over
just-
and over and over.
I
and
kept
over
waking
again.
up. I was like, oh, it's 7:30. Nope, it's not. It was awful.
I get that.
Today's actually
and
Friday night. It's not
Did you
even
imagine if
like-
you had Groundhog's Day, but for a dream, and it was a nightmare? Like every single night,
No.
you have the same
No,
worst
same.
nightmare.
Well, people do have that problem, and it's like a stress or psychological thing. Or in movies, it's usually like hinting at the end of the world or something.
Have y'all ever seen like the Twilight Zone, that episode where like she keeps having the dream of like, it's the older Twilight Zone. She keeps having the same dream of like, I think it's like some hospital, and she keeps going into some room and whatnot, and she keeps seeing the same thing over
I hate
and
to
over.
break it to you, but nobody here's seen the Twilight Zone but you.
I've seen the
Wow,
Twilight
so
Zone, but I
no
don't
one
remember
else has
that
seen
episode.
really good TV. I'm disappointed.
I don't remember that episode.
It's like, I don't remember what season it was, but it was a really good episode. If you know what episode it was in the comments, please drop it.
Yeah, all five people watching.
You
All
see it.
5 people watching, I don't care. I'm sure one of them.
Well, so pretty on in the podcast, there might be a good couple people still watching.
The only comments we get in the podcast are
Our
like, why did
bots.
no, it's like, why did Phil drink gin? Are you stupid? Why would you pick gin? That's the only comments we get.
I feel like this episode we're gonna get some different comments. You never know.
No way.
I'm just hopeful, you know. I'm
Anyways,
hopeful.
well, we're gonna have to go over time here on this first segment, but tell us about you. They don't know anything about you.
My name
That.
is.
We have to cut that out.
Yeah,
am-
we made jealous for a reason.
Oh,
You name dropped yourself.
yeah. I was wondering if they wanted my social security as well, and
555, go away.
555 go away.
Yeah, that's mine. No, it's not. It's
Okay.
fine.
I was like trying to figure out
You
like.
can't have a social security number with
if-
555.
I was
right?
like, how did he get go away? Is go like, does he mean go like Japanese, like the 5? Is that another 5 added to his social security, or is it like the 7th letter is G and O is like the? I was really going really deep philosophical. I was trying to like steal your identity. I think I was like, wait a minute.
Well, it was
if
no.
I could break this code, I could.
555
get
go
another life.
away is usually from the movies where a girl, you ask for a girl for a number, and so she gives you 5. No, it's 5 go. It's 1-800-5 go away.
Dang. Is that
Or
what
whatever the error
happens?
code.
Like,
Yeah,
in-
they give like go like right on there, go away. And actually, it was How I Met Your Mother. It was her actual number.
Wait, so that's not a real number?
No, oh.
That explains a lot, actually. That explains a lot.
No, but there was a How I Met Your Mother episode where they thought they got the girl's fake number because it says 5 go away, but that was her real number.
Huh.
And so she was like, "Why didn't he call me?"
Imagine having that as your emergency contact number at your job.
5 go away.
Yeah.
Dang.
Anyway,
Imagine.
Imagine.
Anyways, so okay, other than your name,
Okay. What do you guys want to know? Is the question.
how did you come across? How did you come across this?
How did you meet him? And why did you keep talking to him?
I kept talking to
So
him.
I met Phil back in. Oh, he's not Phil. I met you literally today. Wow, it's crazy that Phil
Phil and I
asked
go
me a
way
question
back.
and I still don't want to talk about Dr. Sheep. Like, kid you not?
Wow.
I'm joking.
Have you been around your manager?
I met Dr. Sheep. I don't know, maybe somewhat in my first week, second week maybe. And I don't even know the first. How did we meet? What was the first conversation we ever
I was
had?
like, "Who the hell are you?" You're new.
Is that really what happened?
Probably. I was like,
Maybe.
hey, you're new. Do this for me.
I probably didn't do it then. 'Cause I would have, like, when I first meet people, my first instinct is like, hey, who are you? But I don't know. I just ended up meeting him. Like, there's some people, like, I feel like I don't really remember most of the times my first encounters with people. I just meet them. Literally,
Well, good thing ours will be recorded.
yeah, thankfully, right? Now it's like I don't need to forget.
It's on the internet forever and ever.
Until, like, YouTube takes it down because I don't say one of these words.
It'll be demonetized.
It would be like...
No, that gets bleeped. Oh, I kid you not. I have to go through this like a communist spy and censor half of this. Thank you very much. It's like redacted, bleep. It's fun.
Redacted.
Oh, yeah.
Redacted.
Name drops get redacted. They get deleted.
Well, if
And
you're-
then swears get bleeped.
Oh, man.
If you're
So,
a communist spy, the whole second segment won't even be in the final production. What?
that's basically he's saying that he's going to cut that part that you just said.
You're gonna
No,
die.
I'm kidding.
You're gonna die. What? That's a different segment.
I'm not afraid.
But yeah, what questions do you guys have? I met at Menards.
Love that
cut. I low-key did it purposely.
Gosh darn it, why
I
do you
met
get-
him at Menards, and this is his address, actually.
Luckily, you don't know that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
how did you feel?
Please cut that part.
How did
Make
you
sure.
feel when he told you he was a big time YouTuber? You thought that had to be a lie, right?
I was like, wow, that's actually kind of cool. I was actually very impressed. I was like,
Really?
yo,
Yeah,
how do I get on it? How do I get on it? That's more subs than I do.
That literally was. Like, it was like 2 weeks ago. Like, I gotta get on there. Like, somebody told you about the podcast. Like, I want to get on the podcast. And you, like, approached me at my desk. And I'm like, yes. And you're like, I want on the podcast. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, actually, you did
All
not
right.
say all right. You were like, no. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was like, why not? And then you explained your reasons, and I was like, I'm still going.
And I was like, all right, I'll have to make some phone calls. I did say, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll have to make some phone calls.
You made phone calls, and here I am.
Yeah, the first non-remote guest. That's an honor.
I'm just testing it out again. So.
Gosh darn it. Actually, you know what? One time, the podcast got so long, and because the distance between our voice and the microphone, the distance between the microphone and the GoPro, the audio did actually get off by like a fraction of like a second. So like we would talk, and then you would hear the audio, but it was like a split second, and so it was kind of irritating, but
Oh,
there's
like
nothing I
when
can do
we
about it.
have group chat calls on Snapchat.
Oh, I don't know. I have great Wi-Fi. That's your guys' problems. Flex.
Yeah, big flex. Oh, but what other questions do you guys have?
So
I'm
like,
an open
what do
book
you
for the
what
most
do you
part.
do?
I am a student. I'm studying business administration. I do in general, like I like playing games, Super Smash Bros. All the way. Shout out to
Right.
Nairo, he's kind of cool. Kataro too. Yeah.
So, my brain's fried. Something else.
Cause you don't.
No, I game.
I game.
My
I
craft all the
game.
way, bruh.
I'm not a boomer. I game.
I'm building a PC, but that's third segment. We'll talk about that.
How millennial of you?
What? No. people
To build a
it.
PC. Yeah.
That's not
It is kind of. I've seen a lot of people building.
You know
Okay,
what?
You might just be a boomer after all. Like you're gonna have to be in one of them.
It's okay to be a boomer. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be
you're
an
definitely
excellent
not a
boomer.
floor gang member.
A floor gang member?
Oh, that's a PewDiePie reference. Oh, look at
Oh.
the boomer. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, I'm too old for that, bro.
Oh, that doesn't get
Back in
40.
my day, we didn't have YouTube. We just have VHS, actually.
Oh, I know VHS. Don't.
And cassette tapes, too.
You know Laserdisc? Oh.
Floppy disk.
Oh, floppy disk? Yeah, of
Bro,
course.
he was trained on floppy disk in high school.
Yeah, I actually was.
The only time they mentioned floppy disk was when they taught us Word. Like, see that little floppy disk in the corner? I'm like, oh, what? Oh, okay, there's an old storage device called a floppy disk. They just keep in. That's what the save icon looks like. I'm like, okay. Click.
But yeah, I just chill,
I'm like, bro,
read a lot.
What do you read?
I like a lot of poetry.
Oh, really?
I do. Rudy Francisco is one of my favorite poets nowadays. I don't know if you guys know these people, but I'll just throw their names out.
You're good.
Because
I'm more of a Dr. Seuss fan.
I see. Don't get me wrong.
That's a reference, isn't it?
Don't
Wait,
get me
what?
wrong.
Isn't that a reference for some TV show? Somebody was like talking about poetry. I'm more of a Dr. Seuss fan
I want to say that
myself.
was 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was 2.5
Was it 2.5 minutes?
Yes.
It was-
I like Dr. Seuss. I'm not even gonna lie. Dr.
I'm
Seuss.
more of a Dr.
Wasn't it
Seuss
Charlie
fan.
who tried to hit on a girl?
No,
and he's
I
like,
thought it was that. Was it Alan? No, maybe it was Charlie.
No, yeah,
Or was it
because then he's like, oh, you have kids? He's like, yes, I have a nephew. That's how he got the chick. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, and then it's like, I do poetry. Oh, I'm more of a Dr. Seuss fan. Yeah, it was Charlie.
Yeah, it's like, you have a kid? Like, oh, yeah, I have a nephew, and I read to him, and they, oh, that's so sweet. And they had sex.
Comedy.
He just stares deeply into the
Stares into
I
camera.
was waiting for
camera.
somebody to break the silence. Anyways, so, would you say, so Phil and I think we consider ourselves intellectuals. Do you consider yourself an intellectual?
Not really. Not by. It depends what your definition of intellectual
Like,
is.
we discuss philosophy quite often.
I like philosophy and I discuss it, but I don't.
That's very philosophical
just-
right there.
Yeah, I don't just like. I don't know. I don't just discuss it.
Oh, I discuss it openly. My
Like-
manager and I discuss it openly.
Like,
Reverend. He's a
it's-
reverend now.
He's
by
a
the way.
reverend, really?
Yes, he got ordained. He's a reverend now.
It's just like, I don't know. I'll discuss it when there's time, but for the most part, most people that I know of, they're not like super deep, philosophically. Philosophically. They're not that deep into it, but I like it. Okay, when you guys talk about philosophy, are you guys actually talking about philosophy, or are we talking about
What is
Just-
love?
you're talking about like what is love?
We
You're
have
not
had
talking-
conversations like that. I mean, that's
Where
yeah.
does consciousness come from?
Okay, so like I would get into that too, but I also like talking about like back in the day philosophers, like
We
whether
discussed
it's
Diogenes one
Kant
time.
or okay,
the fool that I am.
the fool that I
to carry around this superfluous
Or, like,
baggage all this time.
Rene Descartes or stuff like that.
We're more Greek.
Okay, that works.
Aristotle, Socrates.
I see. Well, I just like philosophy because it builds off each other, and every era
Yes.
builds off of it. So you guys are like the new era.
Here's a comedic joke, sort of philosophical. If the airbags work. then
Oh,
why-
yeah, that meme.
Shush. If the airbags work, then why the seatbelt? If the seatbelt works, then why the airbags? If both work, then why the brakes?
It was about COVID and like.
If the mask works, why the 6 feet? If the 6 feet works, why the mask? If both work, why the lockdown?
And then the response was,
Wow.
well, you need brakes on a car. There's a reason you need brakes on a car. You don't want to die.
Yeah, like
Oh.
oof. Oh man, I actually.
And if you have a car in front of you to stop you, why the brakes?
Yeah, kid you. Yeah, I know, right? Like, you might as well just keep going.
Since we're
Um,
mentioning the coronavirus.
Doctor-
Not gonna lie.
My cat did the cat meme.
Oh, wow, you gotta save that.
I
What
did.
is that person's name?
Oh. Well, while you look it up, this is the perfect time to transfer to the new segment. Mask up. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying to find this thing about coronavirus and masks that I saw yesterday. Kid you? Oh, next segment.
New segment time.
Okay, baby.
Coronavirus cases. 10 million subscribers.
10 million subscribers.
I sent you that meme.
Yeah.
Did I
Thank you all for the 10 million subscribers.
to you.
You sent it to me today.
Oh, I did send it to him. I'll have to send it to you.
It was so funny.
for 10 million subscribers in 5 months. It's such an honor. That's the coronavirus.
And I said, let's go for 7.5 billion.
Subscribers. That's how many people get coronavirus.
That's how many people are subscribed to coronavirus.
Oh wow.
Deaths, 500,000. Oh, that's not a whole lot. Recovered, 5.5 million.
So it's still, the recovered is still ahead of the 50 percentile, so that's still good for now, anyways. The United States gained, holy.
Oh, and here, scroll up. It
Yeah,
says
yeah.
it says what the recovered ratio is.
Did you just say holy slut?
Yes.
I think I saw somewhere it was like
That's,
99%.
Yeah.
that's like saying
The recovery
pretty
rate.
ugly. Holy slut is like saying pretty ugly.
Yeah, I
It's
can see that. Freezer burn, it's oxymoron. Is what-
Yeah, I heard it.
No worries, don't hurt yourself. I'll play.
Yeah, the U.S. had like what 46,000, 45,000 cases in one day.
36.
That was like 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Brazil's at 1.3. We're at 2.6. Let's click on the rest here, shall we? So we're still like, lowest death rate of like the most, infected. So we're still doing great there.
But we still have
I'll fix
1/5
it.
of the death rate, though, technically.
California's burning that typically.
So
How's
we
our
had
state?
40,000 new
Let's
cases
go to
yesterday.
Nebraska. So, I think he's doing messed up.
So since every other state is doing so badly now, we were doing pretty bad, but now we're doing pretty good. Because, like, all the states below us, above us, they're gaining way faster now. Because
The other
we gained
states make us
124.
look good.
Yeah, we were doing really bad there for a while, but now they're making us look good.
They're making us look good.
But yeah, so
But how long? Yeah, I give it about another 2
So
or 3
who's-
months before that happens here.
probably.
Before we start seeing another spike.
So one of the part timers was talking about his wedding, and I was like, he's like, oh no, my reverend was talking about his this wedding he has in November, and I was like, it's gonna get canceled. They already canceled it once. I'm like, they're canceling it again. And the other part timer was like, don't say that. You're gonna ruin the wedding. I'm like, I'm just stating statistics here.
Yeah,
We're getting locked down in November. I hate to break it to you, but it's gonna happen.
It's just because I feel like people are really not taking this as seriously as they kind of should. Yeah, like, I was just gonna, like, read off just some of the friends that I have on social media. It's like,
they tweet.
here is a wild idea. Let's stop running around and getting tested for COVID like it's a cool thing to do. Like, it's the cool thing to do. Like, I kid you not.
It's not. Have you been
Like,
tested?
I kid you not. Like, I'm gonna, like, put a bunch of people on blast. I'm not gonna name them.
Have you been
but-
tested though?
Have I been tested? Yes, I've been tested. I don't have it. I don't even have
it
the
sucks,
antibodies to
doesn't
it.
it?
Yeah, it's a long process, but
Oh,
it's...
no. They just shove a swab of your freaking nose that burns like hell.
Oh, yeah. Like, okay, I've done worse things through my nose, like alcohol. Okay, there was this time way back in high school that a couple
This is a story.
stupid fellows of mine decided to do like what was it? The cayenne snorter? Was that a challenge, right, in high school? It might have been like middle school or like
Okay.
elementary for you guys.
Yeah,
It was like
oh yeah, just us in 5th grade.
Literally-
Cayenne, yes!
literally
You guys done the cayenne store, right?
literally snorted cayenne pepper. Not one of my brightest moments.
I put that
Very
on my rice.
yeah, very definitely regretted it afterwards. So a cotton swab of it really did not hurt that much. Don't snort cayenne pepper,
Okay, well.
kids.
All right. Well,
10,000 subscribers. Kyle Smith.
not Kyle. Will.
Kyle,
You.
you want me to snort cayenne?
No,
Yes.
Will.
Oh yeah, Will.
Are you being stupid, Will?
No, Will will do it at 1,000 subscribers.
Hey, Will, you hear that? Oh wait, he's not listening. We
He'll
can say
do
what
it
we
for
want.
nothing.
Oh,
No.
it's that or the oven.
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a whole
No,
new
no.
story.
How about we tell him if he snorts cayenne and the oven, he can come on the next podcast.
Snort cayenne while in the oven.
Now there's an idea.
There's an idea. Yeah,
But
there's a
like-
video idea. Kid stores cayenne pepper while sitting in an oven for views. I thought you had people to blast.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm just trying to like find them right now.
Their most dumb statements.
Oh yeah, cause like
Personally,
it
I've cut
really
those
is
people
kind
off.
of dumb. Just like here it is. One person said, "Oh, I have to scroll all the way down for this because they post a lot of stuff."
They're on Facebook, it looks like.
Yeah.
God, I hate those people.
It takes a lot. Guess who hasn't stayed home, hasn't worn a mask, everywhere and hasn't caught coronavirus, and it's a picture of someone pointing at themselves. And then like someone commented and was like, you show your ignorance and disregard for all those who come in contact with you. Good luck. And then they commented back, you show your ignorance by thinking there is a coronavirus, because they didn't spell it correctly. There is no signs that there is. How can you believe something is real when you don't see people are getting sick and dying? It does not make sense. Sorry, there's no commas or anything. I had to read it as
So, the Reverend was talking about one of the contractors that came in, and his family lives over in Iraq. And they were sending him videos of just dead bodies and people with the virus in the streets. Because people were concerned it was like the Black Plague, and that the viruses would give, that the bodies would give them the virus. And so they didn't want them. There were no funerals, or nothing. So these bodies just piling in the streets.
Damn.
And so
in South America.
Yeah. So these people don't understand that just because it's not going that bad here doesn't mean that the rest of the world isn't suffering.
Absolutely, and it could just be going just as bad as long as we don't keep these precautions. Like, America's great that it allows people to have the freedom of anything they want to do, and I think that's the best thing ever.
Can't bomb cities.
We give more.
But I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
I know. I'm just making a joke. You can't bomb a
Can't
city.
just be bombing
I
cities.
tried that one time. They gave me a slap on the wrist and said, no.
The most
Holy
interesting.
We don't do that here.
No, we don't do that.
We don't do
We
that
don't
here.
do that
The
here.
freaking mean, yes. That's the perfect thing. Oh, I thought we bombed cities here. No. We haven't done that since 2011. 2001, I should say. We haven't done that since 9/11.
Holy snap. Okay, that's...
Well, one thing I think is interesting
Edgy.
is
Yeah, like,
Edgelord.
very, like...
Wasn't racist, so it's perfectly fine.
Sure. Okay.
That's where I draw the line on comedy. As long as it's not sexist or racist, it's okay. Or homophobic or xenophobic, it's okay.
Or
yeah, I was waiting for another or. I was like,
There's no...
keep going.
there's a list.
I can't think of another or.
Do you want
Not
me to
yet.
just talk now?
No.
I would love to hear your opinion.
Well, one
So
thing
remember the other
interesting
day
is
that... No, I'm
that-
fine.
Do you remember the other day? You didn't say anything else, but remember the other day? Like, what other
No,
day?
please say your opinion. Please say your opinion.
With the Liberty.
No, but back to that.
I will beat you, Phil. I know where you live.
Actually, somebody told me to start a fight club with our ragtag group, and I was like, all right.
I've done it once and I'll do it again.
Protect me.
You're going down.
This man's 6'3". I hate this.
I'm
I'd love
talking
to
to
see
you,
fight.
mister.
He's tagging me.
What were you saying? What were you saying? Let's...
Back under topic about the liberty, like how much liberty we have compared to other countries.
Mhm.
Our constitution is severely shorter than any other constitution in the world.
Yeah, but we're also the most powerful country in the world.
But yeah, well, our constitution is subject to change, whereas other countries,
It's
more
law. Yeah,
fixed.
it's just completely
like
there.
France has like one of the I don't know who has the longest constitution, but France has a very,
This is a Googleable thing.
very
It is a very
like
cool thing.
strict
She'll
Hey,
be like,
Google.
oh, yeah. Oh,
Like-
no.
constitution.
She's listening.
What country has the longest constitution?
She gave up on you. I'm sorry.
Hey, Google.
Women do.
What country has the longest constitution?
Here's what I understood from Wikipedia. The Constitution of India is the longest written country's constitution in the world. Do you want a little more context?
No.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Dang
Dang it,
The
Doc!
Constitution of India is the longest constitution of any country in the world, containing 444 articles in 22 parts, 12 schedules, and 124 amendments, with 146,385 words in its English language version.
I like how she paused and then she kept going like she was just playing you.
Yeah, she's just like, oh, you thought.
So you thought you didn't understand.
You thought you said no, Doc.
She was just
You
like
said
waiting for
Be
all
gone,
of us to
Dot.
reply. She was just like, no, yes. Okay, all in favor? Yep, great. Like, we got a majority.
You got overruled. I don't remember. I I am the law. Remember that on that one on the episode 31, where Will was like, "Oh, I can do what I want." I'm like, "No, this is my show, my rules." It's like, "You can't kick me off." I'm like, "Oh, the hell I can."
And then he whacks the microphone.
And then he whacked the microphone. And he hasn't been on since. Episode 56. Oh, 57 he comes back.
Have you guys ever tried like seeing who Google would listen to if you guys would just like spam orders at it?
No.
Don't you have a special nickname?
Hey Google, what's my name?
Your name is Big Daddy K. Improved voice recognition is now available. You can upgrade from the Google Home app under Voice Match settings.
Hey Google, what is my name?
I don't think you have one.
I can only share personal information once I verify your voice. Try going to Assistant settings, then checking your Voice Match settings.
Little do you know that is my name. I told her to say that entire thing is my name.
That whole thing was his name.
Hey Google, what's your name I gave you?
My name, your Google Assistant.
Oh,
My
no.
mission, to assist you.
Mine at
My
home is
favorite
named
color?
Babe.
Probably blue, but it changes sometimes.
Like, I'm gonna be looking at the camera every time Big Daddy K says something like off the wall. Just
Anyways,
why would you name your Google Babe at home?
Because she's the closest thing he has to a woman.
yeah.
It's like the movie Her.
Dang, the camera should just like zoom in.
Anyways,
Hello, darkness,
replying
my
to
old friend.
replying to Nazis. New segment time.
What?
Well, it's the flat earther, the Nazis. Anyways, BZ commented on, "Can you see a new moon at night?" He commented, "Moon is flat, Earth is flat, Sun is flat. ... The multitudes have been indoctrined. They do not spin either. Oh my god. Spatial relations. You can see the moon and its position in any phase, and it does not get. Okay? The sun does not light the moon. They influence each other. Bruh. Moonlight cools and sunlight warms. One without the other, we won't survive. You think the moon is tiny and the sun is huge. That's a crock of beeswax, we'll call that. There are the same exact size. ... They do not rotate either. The Nazi Swiss, here we go, has made mankind suckers, and the base is the skulls and bones indoctrination program.
Who is that?
Some flat earther. So,
No, but like, what is their actual name on YouTube?
BZ.
He plays too much Minecraft.
Or he never read a book, or she. You never know.
It.
Yeah, it never read a book. They never read a
Anyways,
book. Never read a
so,
book.
how shall we respond to this flat earther? I have to say
What do you
something.
mean? I think I totally agree.
I could see their point of view, actually. Yeah, like
I can
They
understand.
make some very good points.
But do you understand sarcasm? I agree, but do you understand
I
sarcasm?
feel like you should just like be as nice as you possibly can, because that's what you like. At least my perspective on social media or anything, just be as nice as you can. Be like, can you
your
show
head
me
out your butt.
proof?
I want to start a flame war,
Be
though.
like, show me evidence.
I guess. Can you get me a rocket to space to prove your knowledge?
Actually,
Your
say instead
excellency.
of say to space, could you put yourself in a rocket and send it off to the sun, just so you could see how small it is compared to the moon? like he said, the sun and the moon are the same size. That's just like
No. I don't. No. I want him to take me in a rocket with him, or it, or he, or she, whatever the heck. They
okay.
wanna call
So
themselves.
you're confident in their abilities to build a rocket.
Remember the guy who's gonna prove the Earth is flat? He built that steam rocket, and you know what happened? It blew up, and
Yeah.
he died.
So you're
Yeah,
saying you
so
have
your
faith in
faith
this
in
person?
this person to build them a rocket to
Yep.
take you with.
Yep. I did say that's gonna. I didn't say I'd stay on very long.
Dang. You
I-
really hate the simulation, don't you? Like, you're just ready for another one. He's
Can you give me a rocket to space to prove your knowledge is true?
Give me a decommissioned Soviet Soyuz rocket.
Be careful what you wish for. It'll be in, like,
Make 'em
Putin's-
true.
Yeah, Putin's hands. He's like, oh, you wanted a Soviet?
Oh, I can't spell today. Otherwise,
He's gonna call you up for your grammar. He's gonna be a
Shut
grammar Nazi.
the duck up.
I will spread my lies more.
Oh, did he call them lies? Dang.
Phil, you remember that one tweet I sent you? The Flat Earth Society tweeted, "We have members all around the globe."
Yep. That's a very kind meme.
That one's fun.
Hashtag.
It took me a while to get it because I'm a flat earther.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
All right. Can you get me a rocket to space to prove your knowledge is true? Otherwise, I will spread my lies even further. ... Hashtag floor gang.
That's a very...
hashtag globes rule.
No. Reply. Oh my gosh, yes, floor game. All right, cool. So, future of the channel. We'd like to have more guests like Jealous on the cast. That's just difficult sometimes.
Subscribe to my Patreon for a chance to win these sweepstakes.
Subscribe to my fans only.
Yeah, my
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, actually.
I
my
thought
Snapchat
about
premiums.
let's make an OnlyFans. Like
Let-
50
let's
cents
not.
a month. No, we're not nudes here. It'd be like Patreon, but no nudes.
Subscribe to my Snapchat premium and get a lifetime supply of feet pics.
No. Actually, I thought about selling feet pics on eBay or something.
Exactly.
You
it's
can make
really
$20 and you just go to the kiosk, print them off, sell them for like $20, put them in the mail, in a standard envelope, 50-cent shipping, boom, done. I was like, this is how you make money.
This is how...
Send a picture of your toe.
Just one.
Oh, they
Not
would,
even
they
all
would
five.
get off on
Just
that.
one.
Chopped
Just
off.
A chopped off toe.
Chopped off toe.
And then sell that on the dark web.
20,000 subscribers and we cut off Dr. Sheep's toes.
Whoa, no, Will's
Send
toes.
it to one of you guys.
Will's toes. Yeah. Guys, get us to 10,000 subscribers and we'll chop off Will's toes.
Another million and we'll give you docs.
Nope, we'll give you his head.
It's like some
Will's
John
head
the
in the jar.
Baptist type of stuff right here.
Wow.
Did you know
Yeah.
the pirate logo was loosely based off of the killing of John the Baptist? The skull and crossbow?
Why am I not
Crossbones?
Why am I not surprised? The Johnny Roger.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jolly Roger,
Oh, Jolly Roger, my bad.
Jolly Rancher?
Jolly
Ooh,
Rancher.
that sounds good right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh no, I was going to talk about One Piece, but that's...
Oh, that's the next
I
segment.
heard of One Piece.
We're not done with this one. There's a lot to...
Unpack with coming with coronavirus.
Well, no, we're on a new segment. This is segment 3. So the future of the channel. Phil will find this interesting. So
Did you say Phil's
Try me.
You see,
I bought my... Oh, no, I already told you. I bought the RAM, so...
I was not impressed.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I saved a crap ton of money on that RAM.
RAM.
Random access memory.
Okay, I'm thinking you'll talk about like an actual animal.
No, I have lots
Like,
of sheep.
that's a
I don't need to
very
buy another one.
biblical term.
Oh no! My dad bought a RAM for like $800 or something, or some stupid crazy amount of money. Don't worry though. Within that first year, he paid himself back.
the ram like the truck or like the ram like the animal?
The sheep.
How does sheep pay themselves back?
Well, he has sex with a bunch of ewes who have a bunch of
Who
babies.
has sex with
The
the
ram.
Wait, is he Welsh?
Oh my god. Anyways, the ram has sex with a bunch of ewes. The ewes have lambs. You sell those lambs to ethnic groups, and you make lots of money.
Well said.
I made like $60,000 in high school doing that. My dad spent it all on pigs, but whatever.
Oh, so you didn't get a penny.
Nope. I think some of it
So
ended
you
up in my
mean your
college
dad
fund.
made $60,000?
Yeah, I just did. Well, he did a lot of work. He did, I'd say, at least 90%. I pulled a few sheep out of other sheep.
It just sounds like a weird conversation.
Oh no!
Never
I
thought
pulled
I would be
sheep
talking.
out of
I
sheep.
showed up. I
Yeah,
showed
I
up
was
to.
like,
I showed up.
what?
I showed up to school late one time. They're like, "Where were you?" I was like, "Oh, I had my hand up at you." They're like, "What?" I'm like, oh yeah, most of you aren't farm kids. Well, let me explain the anatomy of a sheep. My physics teacher's like, nope, we have other things to do. Please stop.
Should have just kept going. You'd be like,
Oh,
you
she was
learn
like,
So I
more.
started out by feeling the sheep.
Actually, she was my chemistry teacher at the time. She's like, okay, we have other things to get on here. I'm like, but they need to understand the anatomy of a female sheep.
Same.
But aren't these?
See, they have
like a
6
farm?
titties.
That is false. Sheep have 2 tits, 1 udder. Anyways, speaking of tits, I guess.
Oh,
Anime
God.
tits! New segment time! So, the only anime I really ever watched was probably Pokemon back in the day.
That's
Which
just
isn't a real anime.
down.
Avatar, which also isn't real anime, but the closest I've ever gotten to real anime was Naruto, but I haven't watched that in like a decade.
All right, so
enlighten
I
us.
will try my best to enlighten you guys real quick.
Agresuku.
What was that?
It's a show on Netflix.
I've heard of it actually. Never mind. I do like red. Was it like red lettering? I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm gonna try my best to like get this really quickly. Avatar isn't really considered anime
Yeah,
because
I
it's
figured.
American anime.
That's what I literally told Rooster that.
Nickelodeon.
I told
Yeah.
him, I was like, this is Americanized anime. He's like, I love it. Can you give me more of this? I'm like, there's Korra, but that's it. It's like,
Yeah.
Korra's trash. I'm like, well, then.
Korra's
I wouldn't say
actually-
Korra's trash.
Korra's
per
actually
se.
like
He didn't like
the
Korra.
lore of Korra is actually like pretty deep.
Yeah, it is deep, but I just didn't like it compared to Avatar: The
not
Last
the
Airbender, just
original.
because it's like, not only because it's not the original, but they did not. I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender really put in a lot of time with their characters,
Well, they
and
probably.
they
seemed
did
a little
not.
rushed.
It was
Korra
very
wasn't-
kind of rushed, and
Didn't
it was
have
like,
many seasons.
yeah,
No,
and not
they
to
ended up
mention
with
like,
more than Avatar.
yeah, but I'm saying like they still kind of rushed it, and
But
it was
more
kind of
filler
like.
than more,
Like, Avatar: The Last Airbender was more of a pioneer, I feel like. Because, like, Korra seemed very pandered. Like,
Yeah.
they were like, make sure the black community's in there, so they made a black, like, lead
Oh, yeah,
cast.
wasn't she lesbian?
And then they were like, make sure she's lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
And then they, like, turned her, not turned her, but they, like, got her to be a lesbian. So it just seemed very, like, it seems like they were very pandering to communities, just making sure check boxes were up.
Like the-
That's how it felt like,
like
to
the
me
JK,
personally.
it's like the J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dumbledore's
exactly.
100% gay. Like,
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Because J.K.
like,
Rowling would just
like,
pander to
exactly. It
Hermione
was
was
just
supposed
like,
to be black.
yeah, like, it was just like things that you can't necessarily disprove, but then, like, they could just say, so, like, people are happy with it. So, that's one of the reasons why
Some.
I disliked Legend of Korra. But it's still a good show. I would say, like, maybe 7 out of 10 compared to Avatar, which is, like, a 10 out of 10.
You know what's
But,
a good anime?
anime. If we're talking about anime,
Did you-
my favorite anime of all time will for more. If I could speak, my favorite anime is One Piece, and
I've heard of it.
My brother liked One Piece. He has a tattoo.
I will say like the world building, the character development, the world building is definitely the reason why most people like One Piece, and the lore of One Piece. It's so much mystery connected with it, and the writer, the person who writes One Piece, his name is Ichiro Oda. Oda is known to like make things work together in One Piece. Like everything comes together and it gels like so well. He's a great author. Like an amazing author. Like just the thing that he could think of, like for example, there's this part in One Piece, right? Where there's this character, his name is Sanji, and he calls himself Mr. Prince in like one episode, and like 800 episodes down the line you end up realizing that this guy was actually a prince of a kingdom, and that was just foreshadowed in it.
Yeah.
Or another foreshadowing would be something like there's so many good foreshadowings that no one would really think of besides Oda. And among the fan base, people call him Goda because they think he's really that good. Like,
Does he use Chekhov's gun a lot?
what do you mean?
Oh, Chekhov's gun. So in plays, in like the first or second act, you'll see a gun. they'll mention the gun. It exists. Whatever. They put it in a box on a mantle, whatever. But then you don't think anything of it. Oh, it's just a gun, whatever. But then it pops up in the fourth act, and it's actually something really important.
Absolutely. That would be like the best way to describe what Oda does, because he does that very often. Something like that is kind of like in this one. Okay, so there was a Fishman Island, right? Fishman Island are basically mermen and mermaids.
That didn't translate for Japanese very well, did it? That's why it's like island is in there. It's like,
Well, they consider themselves fishmen,
wait,
but like mermen and mermaids are fishmen. But if you're to talk about mermen or mermaids, then it would be like one or the other. But all of them together would be considered fishmen. So like that's why it's called Fishman Island.
so one thing, I swear I've seen One Piece we're talking like well over half my life ago.
It's been a while.
I swear it was there was English. It was in English.
Yeah, they had English dub like in 1999.
Okay, so I probably saw one of the. I've seen those then.
Yeah.
I don't remember how, why, or where I saw it. I've seen One Piece though before, and it was in English.
Mhm.
I think it was probably Cartoon Network because also at the time they were running Naruto.
Yeah, you saw it on Cartoon Network. It was on Toonami on Saturday nights.
I did have that.
Cartoon Network is Toonami.
Oh,
So Toonami on Saturday night. Cartoon Network would turn into Toonami on Saturday nights. They would have like Zack Bell, Naruto, One Piece. Sometimes I think they had Full Metal Alchemist. I'm not too sure if that was.
That's the one I kind of was.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I really want to watch. I kind of want to watch She-Ra and Dragon Prince.
Okay, I could see why you would like. I think you would like it.
Yeah.
Just from, like, how to put it, Full Metal Alchemist, She-Ra, and Dragon Prince. I wouldn't say they're similar. They're kind of different. But Full Metal Alchemist, I could definitely see a lot of people enjoying a lot, just because it's also really good writing, really good character development.
Yeah.
Ed is just a fantastic protagonist, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Because I watched Gravity Falls and The Owl House, which took a lot of inspiration from Full Metal Alchemist. Steven
Yeah.
Universe took a lot of inspiration from One Piece because Rebecca Sugar loved that anime. So
I
there's
see.
a lot of parallels.
I didn't even know. I have yet to watch Steven Universe, to be
It's
honest.
actually
I think I saw like a couple episodes, but I've
Yeah.
never seen it in depth. I've been trying my best to get on that, like, because I heard there's like a new golden age of like cartoons,
Animation,
like
yeah.
like Steven Universe, Adventure Time, regular show,
Gumball.
Gumball.
Gravity
like,
Falls was like a huge. It changed Disney animation because
Huh.
Gravity Falls was such a. It was a show that
It
didn't
was-
last long, but it
Yeah.
was.
I also heard it was kind of
Amazing.
darker compared to most
Yeah.
Disney shows. So like,
It was very. It wasn't like dark in terms of like. It's not Disney, but it's like. Was it Flapjack? It's not that type of dark, but it's more mysterious. type
Flapjack
of-
wasn't dark.
Flapjack was freaking morbid.
Oh, okay, but that was the
Flapjack.
animation style though.
The animation was but yeah.
I forgot
Gravity
about
Falls
Flapjack.
Gravity Falls was a game changer for animation.
would you say, like, if you had to think of one show that kind of defined childhood while you were growing up, what would it be?
It would be Gravity
SpongeBob.
Gravity Falls, SpongeBob. I feel like SpongeBob would definitely be a '90s kids thing. Like,
What would be mine? Shoot.
Little Bill.
like
No.
Little Bill.
Caillou.
No, it
Caillou.
wasn't Caillou, Little. I want to say Codename Kids Next Door. I loved it.
Okay, but I'm saying like in terms of actually like
More modern ones.
not modern ones, but like kind of like for example, Nickelodeon would not be the same without SpongeBob.
Right.
Yeah.
For Cartoon Network, I think of like shows like Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
Like
Definitely.
it's
Or-
something that
I watched Adventure Time for a
completely-
while.
Yeah, completely
Adventure-
changed.
Was it Foster's Home and
For Imaginary
I love that
Friends,
one as
Yeah.
well.
That one, yeah.
I just don't want to put that one up there with Adventure Time because like Adventure Time had a cult following. Foster's Home
yes.
did too, but like literally
Adventure.
everyone was just like, "Oh my gosh, Finn, Jake!" It's
I
just
actually-
like literally everyone. You couldn't escape it.
I learned a lot about Foster's Home, like just recently, And if you ever listen to their theme song, it has psychedelic influences. So you have backwards playing instruments in the background. And so like I was like, holy crap. So I was like, okay, now I loved the show. Now it's like, okay, now I want to get back into it. Actually, when I'm finished grinding the Magic School Bus, I'm almost done. There's
There
only
you go,
4
that's the
seasons.
show.
That's my favorite anime right now.
The Magic School Bus? Like, are we talking about, like,
Classic.
Like,
Teacher Fizzle?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
I grinded it in 6th grade on
Yeah.
YouTube for like as many episodes as you can find, but now I'm grinding on Netflix, and when I'm done, I'm jumping on.
Wait, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
And then after that, you're gonna jump on
Gumball.
Reading Rainbow.
No. Reading Rainbow ends on the 1st.
Funny fact, if you've ever seen Roots, the same guy that is in Reading Rainbow played Toby.
I knew he was from something else. I was like, he was in some movie that was like super influential. I don't remember what movie. It was Roots. Yes. I
Yeah.
love that guy.
I think his name was
Reading
LeVar Burton, I'm pretty sure.
It was the
It was a
original
book
one.
that
The
turned
original?
into,
The one that Sheldon Cooper gave to his HR lady.
Alex
The
Haley.
original Roots.
But yeah, like, I don't know, TV, anime, cartoons, they're just like, it's crazy how like you don't realize how much like it actually like impacted your life, and then you make so many references from
Yeah,
SpongeBob
yeah.
or something, and
We
you're
have
like,
a whole episode
Yes.
where we just talked about SpongeBob.
Ever watch Studio Ghibli?
I've never seen it. I
Films?
don't even. Wait,
Like
you mean
how-
the films?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service.
I think Netflix has a bunch of them, don't
Yeah.
they? Okay, I have
They're
yet to
long.
see
They're
them
really
though.
long though. The films. 'Cause
Huh.
I remember I was watching Kiki's Delivery Service. That was like at least 3 hours, and I wasn't able to finish
Dang.
it.
I don't know if I could like
It's a
watch a
long time.
movie for. Well, that's okay. I just talked about Roots, and Roots is like 9 hours, but
Jesus.
yeah, it. There's a lot of movies I don't think I could like. For example,
That's
I'm
it.
sorry, but not Infinity War.
Endgame?
Endgame, I could not sit and watch that for 3 hours in one setting. I had to like take my time with it, just cause. Damn, it was so long, and like I'm just not that much of a Marvel fan either. I'm a huge DC fan. Huge DC
I
fan.
watched.
Feels
I've
the same way.
seen.
Yeah, cause it. I'm
He's more
sorry.
into it for the science, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
DC.
has some.
I love the
major-
sense that they put that
more
behind the
science
Flash.
in
Yeah,
It's more sciencey, and it's more like
more realistic science.
kind of more realistic.
what,
like
the Flash?
the world isn't always
No,
that.
no,
Okay,
no, no.
okay, time out. We're
Like-
not talking about like,
Like-
but I'm saying like, are we talking about the show The Flash or the comics The Flash? Because there's a huge.
I got into the show on Netflix.
Okay, the show on Netflix is. I'm sorry, but
They took
They-
artistic liberties.
yeah, they really like.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't really tie
At
in
all.
with
I
the
was going to
canon.
ask you if
And-
you wanted to make another controversial statement
Oh man,
about anime. I was going to ask you
One
your
Piece
Sailor
is the-
Moon opinion.
Sailor Moon is great.
Oh, you did drive a stake in the anime community, because I know a lot of people that say Sailor Moon isn't real anime or whatever.
I
It's
wouldn't.
horrible.
I wouldn't like go that far and say it's not real anime and it's horrible, but
I know a lot of
like-
people give PewDiePie crap for liking Sailor Moon, or he
Why?
doesn't, because I don't know. A lot of people's like, Sailor Moon isn't real anime. And they get all angry.
I feel
about
like there's so many like, okay, I feel like there's so many haters in the anime community. Like people, like for example, I'm sure you guys heard of Dragon Ball Z by now.
it. Oh
Like,
yeah.
have you guys seen people that love Dragon Ball Z? Like,
haven't met
absolutely
anybody.
love it. They're just like, literally, you could be enjoying your favorite anime. Like, you could be talking about Pokemon. You could be talking about SpongeBob. You could be talking about film, and then like they'll come up to you and be like, "Can he beat Goku though?" And it's just like. Shut up. Like, nobody cares if you could beat Goku or not. I don't care. Like, even though I personally think that there's no way One
Is he
Piece,
over
like,
9,000?
yeah,
No,
I don't
get outta here.
see any way Luffy would lose to Goku, and I know that's a huge controversial statement in the anime community. It's huge. But the main character in One Piece, there's these things called devil fruits. The main
Sounds
character ate a devil fruit that gives him the ability to turn, like, his body is now rubber.
Oh yeah, I just.
So
see,
there's
from what I
no-
remember. I remember I do remember some of the lore there. I vaguely remember that.
It's just like I don't see like literally he's immune to physical attacks.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Goku is a physical fighter. I don't see him personally losing to Goku just because it's physical attacks. But people would be like, "But he couldn't beat Goku though."
But
It's
isn't
just
there
like,
an episode though where they literally just keep beating the crap out of him until where he just gets tired and he can't do anything anymore?
Are we talking about Goku or are we talking about Luffy? Not that I know of. There's episodes where definitely he's been beaten, or like I also read the manga, so like there's definitely episodes where he's been beaten before. Like he's been beaten by people like Crocodile or even Bellamy, but like that was on his own free will or whatnot. But like he's never really like but in a physical confrontation, if it's just straight hands, he's never really lost because he's rubber. Like, granted, there's ways that you could hurt him now, but like he's still rubber at the end of the day. You can't just like punch rubber and expect it to.
Wait a minute. One Punch Man versus Luffy.
I would still say Luffy because Luffy is rubber. How are you going yes.
I can throw rubber at the sun and it's not gonna last long.
Sure.
And One Punch Man literally destroyed an asteroid, so.
But I'm saying, like, you would have to. But even in One Punch Man, they show that Saitama isn't really smart. If he was smart, he would have been in the S class with Genos. But they showed that he wasn't that
His
smart.
power comes from satire, isn't it?
Exactly. So, like, I absolutely love Saitama. I think it's great. I think the whole philosophy behind One Punch Man is great. And granted, yes, I'm biased. I love One Piece, but Luffy, I don't see losing. Like, I don't see him being thrown to the sun so easily. Like, you would have to do something in order to, like, actually get him to... Like,
And
granted, I think there's definitely people that he could lose to. Like, people that use swords, I could see him losing to. But you can't mention someone that uses just fists against a rubber
Anime
person.
community. Well, come on, let's band together here. I want to see there's a YouTube channel where they do like fights and like characters. And
Oh,
they had
Death Battle?
Yes, they had Luke
Death Battle.
Skywalker versus Harry Potter. I want to see Death Battle between Luffy and One Punch Man.
Yeah, like, granted, Death Battle, I like them. I just think that they don't take things into account. Like, I'm pretty sure there was, like, a Zoro versus Urza one. And, like, as much as I like the result, I just don't see how Zoro could possibly win against an Urza. I'm a huge Zoro fanboy. I know if there's ever going to be a One Piece person in the audience, just know, because, like, Zoro is probably the most popular character in One Piece. Like, if anyone talks any sort of crap against them, people are like, he's like Goku for Dragon Ball Z fans. Like, people literally love the dude, and I get it. I'm a huge Zoro fanboy too, but Urza is magical. Like, she uses magic as well, and I don't think she would just be... Granted, I still think Zoro would win. That's a lie. Anyway, but yeah, Death Battle, do something. Luffy versus Goku and Saitama. I would love to see it. But what other questions or anime questions do you guys have?
I guess so. We were talking about Flash. What were we going to go into as far as the comics?
So the comics, I feel like, explain the science side more so of it than the show itself. The show itself is very... I was going to say, like, I dislike... Okay, when the show does really good, and, like, that first season where the show does really good, and then they just try to milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
That's how the Flash is right now.
They tried
It's
to
like...
throw in all of his villains.
Yeah,
I'd say, like,
and
the
it,
later seasons.
yeah, and
they
it's not
threw
even.
so
I
many.
don't mind if they throw in all the villains. Like, do so, but do so correctly. Like, you can't just like.
They did like one after.
It's
Yeah,
almost
like-
like they were trying to rush into it because they didn't know what the show was going to do very good.
Exactly, or like same thing with Arrow. If you watch that, too.
I never really got
It's
into
just
Arrow
like
now.
it's just like it's like the first season so good, so well put together. Let's talk just Flash because that's what you guys
Sure.
like know. But like, it's so well put together. If you don't have any like knowledge of the Flash before, you don't really see the Reverse Flash being the guy who it was. I'm not trying to spoil it for anyone that wants to watch it, but you don't really see that coming.
Spoil it. Screw them.
Nah, I can't. That's out of respect. You don't see that coming if you've never seen the Flash before. But like after that, everything is telegraphed. The jokes are corny. Like it's just like there's times where like you just cringe. Like when Flash saves Supergirl, that episode makes me cringe.
There's a crossover.
Yeah, there's crossover.
Yeah,
episodes.
The DC
there's lots of
universe is all.
crossovers.
They do lots of crossovers, and DC has been known to do that even since like back then with the Batman Unlimited, Justice Unlimited, Superman. They've done it even back when they were only doing cartoons, but like it's just so corny. Like it's so corny. There's like this part where she's like, "You think you could keep up the red blur or something like that?" And he's just like, "What about you, Woman of Steel?" And it's like, shut up. Like, shut up. Like, like, just leave. Like, stop talking. And not to mention, it came out, like, that Ralph Dibny ended up getting fired because he was, like, racist or something.
Jesus.
Or
Yeah,
he
it's
was
just
making
like-
bad jokes or something like that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a whole slut show, so...
There you
Nice
go.
use there.
It really just, it really was just, like, it was really good first season. I loved season 1, but season 2 was like, okay, season 3 I think season 3 had Savitar, right?
Yeah.
It was alright, and then, like, it was like, and then season 4 just was like
with DeVoe,
I was just
They
like,
just threw in
fell
whatever
off.
they want,
Like, completely fell off. I was like, okay, he has the fastest mind. This dude's in a freaking wheelchair. Like, like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make jokes to like paraplegics and whatnot, but come on.
That's Phil's favorite people to talk about.
Like,
the other thing is
come
like
on.
I feel like at least with the Flash, if he really has all this speed, I feel like they really underplay it in a lot of episodes, which
For
is something
real.
I didn't like. They underplay. I mean, I get it, you have to let the other guy make it. You have to make it look like he has a fighting chance or whatever.
Enough to
But it's like
reverse time.
Yeah.
You
But
can
it's like-
just literally
yes.
pause time every time there's a villain. Like, I'm gonna win, Flash. He's like, let me just pause time. Do do do.
Like,
snap,
Exactly.
neck, and over.
But
Done.
they
Roll
underplay it
credits.
in a lot of the episodes.
Well, you can't.
very much so. Like this, especially like the last season I saw, because I haven't seen the one on Netflix yet. The one that just recently dropped on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like what, June 20th, 29th now. I have not seen that one that just came out as of yet. But like that last season I saw, it was just like this dude showed that he had the power to basically like not only stop time, but like have someone else in it and have a whole conversation with that person. Like he was talking with his wife at the courtroom saying like, hey, don't do this because like if y'all do this, I'm going.
I love that episode.
Yeah.
Honestly. I thought it was
and
so cool.
Yeah, and
how like time is just moving so slow.
time is moving super slow, but it's just like it really downplayed his powers. It was just like, he could do this whenever he wants, but he never chooses to because he's dumb. And I'm like, like Barry Allen is actually one of like he's not only partly one of the reasons why I love Flash in the comics. He's one of the funnier people, and he's also one of the smarter ones. Yeah. He's not a dumb character.
Did you actually
goofy.
read the comic?
Yeah, as a kid I read the comics. He's goofy and he's smart. They downplay so much of Barry Allen. Like they downplay his science background.
Yeah.
They really downplay that,
They
and
gave
I
him
hate
more
it.
justice in the movie Justice League, and I didn't really like that movie.
Yeah.
Not Justice League. Nobody likes Justice.
That
Yeah,
movie wasn't really good, but they did pretty well with Barry Allen. Like,
Yeah,
because
and-
he was all alone in the comics. He didn't have anybody to help him.
And like all the other new people that kind of came in, not new people per se, but like just the acting of the Flash was just kind of cringeworthy.
Welcome to network television.
And granted, that's a lot of Netflix for me. Like, there's not a lot of Netflix shows where I've been like, wow, all of the seasons were good. Like BoJack Horseman, I personally love BoJack
You gotta watch
Horseman.
Breaking Bad.
Stranger Things.
No, they've
Okay.
gotten weaker
See,
over time.
Over time, it got weak.
It
Like,
did.
especially now with season 4. I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
the trailers with
I
them
did.
bringing him alive. Like,
I-
how did he survive?
Yeah.
How in the world is he supposed to survive something that's like a point blank explosion
Yeah.
that they made sure, like, to say,
Yeah.
yeah, there's no way in hell you're gonna survive this.
Anime logic.
To be
How?
honest, I don't know. To be honest, I actually season 2 was my favorite, mainly because I'm more interested in the other children that were used as the experiments, and they showed number. I want to say.
Oh,
number
the
9.
girl that can make people see things with their mind.
With her.
Yes, I absolutely love that they introduced it and it went nowhere. That's why I hated season 2.
That's,
I'm not gonna lie.
I hated season 3 for that fact that they didn't carry it on.
Yeah, because it really had potential to be something.
Yeah.
And
It had so much potential.
yeah, it was just like, yeah, you could just introduce a bunch of other kids. Like, one of my, not favorite movies, but, like, I would say maybe it's top 50 movies of all time. There's this movie called I Am Number 4. And basically what it is talking about a person with superpowers and whatnot. And it went absolutely nowhere. It probably bombed in the box office or whatnot. But, like, it was a really good movie about superpowers and talking about a person that's a specific number down a list. Literally 11, and that girl had something, and they could have kept it going.
Because season 1
but
hinted at more children.
more children. Exactly.
Season 2 introduced us to a new children.
And then season
very
3
first-
went
yeah.
nowhere from that.
Like the very first episode, new child, middle of the season, introduced her again, and then towards the very end, they said like their final goodbyes. We will meet again because we had to go in hiding now that they discovered us.
Exactly.
Season 3, it's like they never even met.
Never even met again.
And that's what I did not like.
And
about
like,
season
and that's a lot of what Netflix shows. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as much as I love the beginnings of Netflix shows, like,
3. Yeah.
I would rather them just end at season 1 than
ever
them
write a
continue
story?
to milk. Have I ever written a story? No, but
Because, like, I can tell you how this goes. So I'll write a story. You guys got big plans, big ideas. And your beginning of the story is great. You're building everything. You know, this is my problem in high school, just writing stories, My stories are great. Start off great, strong, you're giving all this exposition, you're building this world. But then I lose inspiration, I get rushed, and then it's just like, here's the beginning, and then middle end, it's just over.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa,
And-
all this building to just over like that. I wrote this story for one of my classes. Great building, and then it's just over.
Yeah.
Town blows up, over. It's just like, wow.
yeah, and okay, kind of shifting it back to anime and One Piece. That's one of the things Oda does so well. It's something like, I feel like there's not a forgotten... I feel like I'm very critical on shows, movies, and stuff like that. But it's only because I thoroughly enjoy good... Like, watching something of good quality. And something that Oda does so well is that it doesn't feel like something is usually forced. If there is a problem with Oda, though, it is his pacing. It's like, sometimes things drag out for long periods of time, and it feels like it's taking forever to get to a certain point.
That's why I don't
That's
like
what
Lord of the
happened with
Rings.
Steven Universe.
Okay.
Especially if if you were like actually following it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many hiatuses within the show. We were like, it was like every other month,
Money.
new episode.
Wow.
The worst part is those episodes were filler.
Oh
so
man.
no lore
I will
building.
say that like
Money.
we don't really have like One Piece does not have that much filler episodes, but I could understand the point because it's just like
it's like, just
the
end the
pacing
show.
exactly the pacing is just really like he could have like my thing is he could have sped things up just because we as the readers or the people that watch we understood what was going on. You could have kind of sped it up, but like I understand. I would rather the funniest thing is I would rather him take his time than him like speed it up and add filler.
Yeah.
Cause at least like with him taking his time, he does throw in little details that if you're not like paying attention to it, you're going to be like so shocked when it comes back later. And there's so many things like that, and I love the anime community / One Piece community for it because when I feel like I've missed something, I usually just check either like I'm about to shout out a bunch of people. Grand Line Review, Sawyer 7 Mage, Rogers Base, Mr. Morge. I feel like I could go to those people and watch their content and be like, wow, that's something I completely missed.
Yeah.
Is there a wiki for all this?
There is a One Piece wiki. There is a One
Okay,
Piece
I was
wiki.
gonna say, if these animes are long enough, there's gotta be a wiki.
There's
Yeah.
like fandom.
There's
pages.
fandom pages, and I need to speak to the One Piece community real quick.
How are you doing?
Real quick. Every time a One Piece movie comes out, you guys rush and try to look up where that character is. One Piece movies are not canon. Stop thinking they are.
I remember that.
Stop thinking they are. Please stop. It's annoying. Anyway, like, it literally bothers me that One Piece does that. Like One Piece fans do that. They're like, there was like recently a new One Piece movie that came out called Stampede, and people are like, "Where's Bullet? Where's Bullet? Bullet's not gonna be in One Piece. It was a movie. It was not the actual thing."
Like people
Leave it
thinking
alone.
Detective Pikachu.
Exactly.
into
Like
the
Where's
Pokemon.
Ash?
Exactly. It's like, stop looking. Like,
Oh,
stop
the
it.
movies
Like,
are canon. They start every new season with the movie.
okay, but I'm saying, like,
The
Detective
normal
Pikachu
yes.
is
It's
not
not
going
canon.
to be in Pokemon. Like,
It's not the canon
Yeah.
universe. It's same universe. Well, maybe
Yeah, you do use
similar
it for
universe, but not.
They do it for
in the
world
yeah,
canon
building.
exactly.
universe.
It's not in the canon universe. And
Yeah, like
I just
Mewtwo
needed
was
to tell
never-
One Piece fans that stop doing that. If you're watching this and you watch it all the way to here, please stop doing that. Get some help.
Pokemon
Like,
lore is so-
do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what I was saying about shows, like I really thoroughly watch shows, and that's why I'm critical. I know just sound super hypocritical saying like, yeah, I don't create content. I do like to write. I just don't like to write stories. And I feel like if you're going to rush stories, you kind of shouldn't write it then. Like, sure, do your season 1 and you're great. But if you're just doing it for the money, just like,
Yeah.
like, there's other things that I feel like are better for your time. Like, you're already accomplished as a writer if they're asking you to write again. And if you have that honor as a writer, then try to be your best. Like, try to have that dignity as a writer and put that work into your work. Because, like, it comes off as forced and really bad if it doesn't.
How I Met Your Mother was the same way. It was supposed to end at season 4.
Yeah.
But then they're like,
it's just like,
Yeah.
hey, you want some money? And they're like,
I feel the same with Big Bang Theory. Like once
It
they
was.
gave Sheldon the ability to like understand common sense and all that.
what? They never gave him the full.
they
ability.
did.
They
I
did.
did.
They
They
did in the
did.
later seasons.
Oh, I mean, it was better. He's still.
But that's what I hate. And once everyone started to get girlfriends and all that, the show turned into Friends.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was just Friends Part 2.
It was,
like-
and so I liked it better when like the characters were still their same selves or whatever.
But that's
Yeah,
where they
like,
stopped.
and
Oh, yeah,
granted, like, I understand there's a need for character development, but there's a way to have character development without, like, completely getting rid of what the character once
Yes.
was.
Also, you
Because that's what Sheldon's humor was known for.
Literally,
Well,
like,
also, the problem with Big Bang Theory was there was kind of a plot. You're like, okay, what are these nerds doing? How are they gonna grow? You know, they focused on Leonard and Penny's relationship. Oh, I already did. It's given its old time, and it was just like they built it, and then by the later seasons there was no plot anymore. I remember the final season, they focused on him getting his Nobel Prize,
yeah.
but like I feel like they just duct taped it in there because they were literally out of the plot. Like after Howard went to space, it kind of all fell
it
apart
did.
because like there was no plot. There was nothing to build
nothing
to
to work
anymore.
forward to. And
So they just had like, we'll have Howard have another kid. But then as soon as that kid was done, oh crap, we're out of ideas. Another kid.
yeah, and that's
Raj has to break up with 3 girls.
and it gets me so mad because there's so many shows that have so many good potential,
Yeah.
and then it just gets kind of like screwed up towards the end. Like 13 Reasons Why. I loved season 1.
I heard of it. Yeah.
Season 2 was kind of like shaky. Season 3, I was just like, what's the need for this? Like, what more are we doing?
Yeah.
Or like On My Block, if you guys ever seen that. It's just like there's so many shows that Netflix did really well season 1 on, and it just kept getting
Yeah.
worse and worse. And I'm just like, kind of.
Because eventually they're just doing it for the fans.
Exactly. I'm
It's
just
like,
so
just
tired
do
of
it
it.
for
Like
story.
the thing is, like, if you're doing it for the fans, then do it for the fans. The fans want to see a good thing. Like,
Yeah, but don't
no,
let the fans
yeah,
drive you. To
exactly,
What you wanna do.
exactly. Don't
Oh.
like. That's what I'm getting at. Exactly.
They talked
Don't let the
about that.
fans drive you to what you want to do. Like
Oh, the fans want to see this. Let's do
and
that.
exactly. And
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I love BoJack Horseman. Sorry, this is turned from anime to like shows in
Entertainment.
general,
Very good.
and I love it
Entertainment, yeah.
because this is something that needs to be said. Like
We usually go down
yeah.
rabbit holes in a lot
Yeah,
of podcasts.
absolutely love it.
Congratulations, you've earned
But,
your
um,
wings.
Red Bull. But sponsored. Come at us. Anyway,
Me,
like
not him.
but
Let's give his own
like
talk show.
I can see myself doing this every now and then. But basically what I'm getting at is like BoJack Horseman, what I personally love about that is that they did not pander to their fans one bit. They were the trendsetter. They were the ones to have the fans kind of pander to them.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that. Shows shouldn't be like, okay, my fans want to see this, so I'm going to automatically throw it in, but it has nothing to do with the storyline. It's just something that the fans will obviously see that I've put in because I wanted to please them. No, like, shows are, like, granted, yes, there's entertainment. Shows are there for entertaining purposes, but some shows are there to, like, make us look at ourselves at a more critical light, and BoJack does that perfectly. It's not like I don't feel like there's a time where they've pandered to the audience. I don't feel like there's a time where the fans chose the direction of the show. You're the author, you're the editor. Show where that show's going. Don't let us decide where the hell the show's gonna go for you.
So
It's not our job.
The Nostalgia Critic, when he reviewed Star Wars Episode 9, made a great. It was comedic.
Are
but
we
it
talking
was
about the Clone Wars, or are we actually talking about Star Wars?
Star Wars Episode 9,
Okay.
the end of the trilogy of trilogies.
Mhm.
So when he made the review, and in the very end he made it was a skit, but it was comical because that's just you have to be comical, but it made a powerful statement. It was like comparing what happened with the new trilogy and how it was like it was driven by Disney and just money, and then how it just pissed everybody off, but made certain communities happy. And then they made Mandalorian. And it was just like Mandalorian pleased everybody. It made lots of money. Disney, but it wasn't Disney driving it. It was just driven itself.
Well, what happened was, so Mandalorian. First off, I hate the new trilogy. It had so much potential.
You can blame one director, one man.
Freaking Ryan Johnson.
Hold on. I want to focus not on
But I know, but like I
on
just
like
wanna
the
point-
whole principle of
But yeah.
being driven by money and fans.
The new trilogy, Episode 7, had so much potential, and granted, it did do a lot of good work, but there were so many like things with it that was not Star Wars. But anyways, The Mandalorian pleased so many people because I believe one of the main directors, James Favreau, I'm pretty sure he helped work on the Star Wars animation. Like
Favreau was one of the directors of Star Wars: The Clone
he
Wars.
helped with Clone Wars and Rebels, and he knew what to do. He knew the Star Wars lore. And that's one reason why certain things in Mandalorian, like that final scene of the last episode with, the saber.
Oh, the dark saber, yeah.
Just go ahead.
Because
Like you haven't seen all of the Mandalorian at this place. Get off my back, like all the way off.
it's been almost a year.
Get
Anyways.
off my back.
Someone's gonna be commenting, "Oh my gosh, I'm not watching it now. I'm gonna be
all
spoiled
7 of
for
our
it."
viewers.
Anyways,
Who knows?
James Favreau worked on Clone Wars, worked on Rebels, so
Oh, is Gus in that? Gus is the new villain in.
yeah, so he knew what to do. Whereas J.J. Abrams, he did a pretty good job. My only problem with it would have been Starkiller Base, Just the basic mechanics of basic lightsabers. Finn, I'm sorry. You should have died. No one can live a lightsaber slice to the back.
It was a flesh wound.
Kylo Ren.
Just but the scratch.
Kylo Ren, you definitely should have died. You took a lightsaber to the face. You should have died.
It's just like so many
basic
Carterizes. What's the problem here?
You just nicked the surface.
That
Yeah,
means
he's
new
like-
gun ray should have lived.
Well, hold on. You're saying scratch the back shows them. Oh, they lived. All right. Darth Maul got cut in half.
Okay, but
Not
that's
the lore.
okay. Yeah. But if we're talking about the actual
was
story,
lit- So he was.
Yes, I know they brought him back
Because-
to life with
It's
magic, but
because he
still.
was so. Because he was so pumped up with rage, that the dark side physically kept him alive, which was one reason why Palpatine was able to live far longer than anyone should. This is even before the new trilogy. He actually should have died way before Empire, because he was actually very old. So he actually
I mean, he looked pretty good until he got, re-zapped with his own lightning.
he was using a force shield up on his face
Oh,
to hide his.
well,
'Cause-
work.
The more you use the dark side, it just decays your whole entire flesh and bones because it's destructive. It's dark magic.
Yeah.
So he should have died way before the Empire was formed, I would say.
He should have died before he became Chancellor by that logic.
Well, no, he was actually, but because he was on the dark side for so long, the dark side kept him alive. Same with Darth Maul, because he was using so much of his hate for Obi-Wan, he was able to stay alive.
All right, then. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching about the limit here, just because.
3 hours.
Well, no, this whole segment's gonna end up being like
Look at that,
the fourth segment's gonna be an hour.
it's almost longer than an Avengers movie.
oh man, like I said, I didn't even want to talk about the Avengers movie. Can't even do it. Like, literally, the reason why I hated Endgame was just because it felt like it
Because it's
pampered
too
to
long.
fans. Like, literally, it was just like,
Yeah.
hey, look, Captain
Game
America.
of Thrones did the same thing. I would say, clearly at season 7 and 8. Season 8,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like,
you
when-
watched Game of Thrones?
No, but I know so much about them. I know so much about
oh
the
my
show,
gosh!
it seems
So,
like I know
like
about the
here,
show.
I'm like feeling. I was like, damn, yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
Season like, I feel so betrayed. I was
Yeah.
like,
I was like, I
damn.
didn't even know you actually watched the show.
I know. I got so
I just
invested
watch
in the
memes.
lore. I got so invested in the lore because it was the world building is amazing. That I was like, okay, this is actually really cool, and I would watch it if I don't have Hulu. No, it's on HBO.
Yeah,
You
HBO
can
Max.
still like
Showtime.
get it for free,
Yeah,
non-legal
free.
ways.
Don't do this at home.
Where everything
Do it at
is
home.
actually turned
I
backwards.
don't really care about their safety.
But yeah, question: How
Heard it here first, folks.
I'm gonna show them how to make gunpowder next week.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No, I don't. I'm just joking with you guys.
Oh,
You're good.
but yeah, season 8.
Do you
did
do you
the
watch?
same thing.
My
So I'm
friend does.
assuming you watch a lot of anime right now, or what do you watch?
Currently, right now, I'm watching F is for Family. I know it's
I've heard of
completely different than what I was talking about, but I just got done with One Piece on Netflix just because I saw they put it on Netflix. I was like,
Netflix.
yeah, as a One Piece fan, I was like, I
The
have
whole thing.
Well, not the whole thing, but like all the way up to the Alabasta arc, and that's where I would say, One Piece gets really good at the Baratier arc. It's really hard to get into. If I'm being honest, it's hard to get into just from watching season 1, episode 1. But
Wow, they wrote a weak pilot. What do you know?
but you will not regret watching it from season 1, episode 1 all the way down, because it, like I said, it just builds off of each other. Like, it's one of those things like BoJack Horseman too was a show that does not start off good, but like after 6 episodes of it, I was just like, damn, this
I would
is
say
really
Gravity
good.
Falls did pretty well. It only had 2 seasons, so it was actually,
Well, it was pre-written. They're like,
It-
2
it-
seasons is how it's gonna be.
but
Whole
yeah.
story done.
and it was actually really well done for 2 seasons, where like everything mattered. Barely, I would say, maybe like
No, they gave us a lot of red herrings.
there
that
was
they never
not
built
a
on.
lot. I would say there was barely any filler. Basically, everything mattered to the main plot, which was
There were some episodes.
there were
that
some
were.
episodes that was not, but a lot of it was guided to why is this region of Oregon so weird.
Right.
But like, there was. I would say I loved every single episode. It was a really well thought out show.
Right. So, I tried ending it earlier, but apparently that
too
was
late.
impossible.
I mean, I still have more questions, you know.
Yeah, like let's
Well,
ask.
we,
Let's ask.
well, we're like we're
Dr.
reaching the
Sheep
very end
after
here.
night.
Okay, Dr. Sheep after night. Like what?
If I could continue, I would, but we physically are gonna run out of battery, and yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we can always have you back on. This was a great time. Thank you for
I
coming
will
on.
definitely love to be back on the show.
We'll talk at work.
About
Coming back on.
dang, wow!
Wow.
I've never I've never done this before where I've been extended to stay afterwards. They're just like, wow, you're so good. We want you back.
We're gonna
on
renew
again."
your contract.
Exactly. A 1-day contract. I love this.
Will never had that opportunity.
Will had
He had that opportunity. He blew it.
every single time he came on, he blew it.
Why did he blow it? Like,
Well, that's a whole
He
nother
hit
story.
the
He
mic.
tried to
Oh,
whack
come on,
that
guy.
thing out of
No, he didn't
existence.
try it. He did.
He did whack that.
Well, but I will say it wasn't all on him. I was a bit of an antagonizer with the meter stick.
Anyways, you can all go watch it. Podcast 31.
You remember all the podcast numbers?
it's almost as if he does it.
It's almost as if I spent hours editing them or something, you know.
They're all looped together to me. I have no idea what the numbers are.
You should really get. You know those what is it mine in the mines or some construction they have days since last accident.
We were supposed to get
Number
that.
of podcasts since last will. incident.
Yes.
Man.
Anyways, any last words? Well,
Yeah. So I guess since
Okay.
you're so in depth into anime or whatever, do you feel like you understand Japanese at all, or you ever try to learn it?
The funniest
Or?
part is, I love Japanese. I love hearing it in Japanese. So you start the whole anime community starts understanding words like nani or nandato or kaizokon. Yeah, if people understand
Phrases.
it.
So
You'll understand
okay.
phrases. Not to mention having my brother was in Okinawa because he was in the Air Force, so being with him, it was just
Cool.
kind of live there. But you kind of get there. It's just of course I don't understand Japanese fully or at all.
Yeah, sure.
Like, if
But
you were watching,
you'll definitely pick up on phrases like baka. Everyone should know what baka means.
I
if
guess
you
I
were
have a
watching
friend
the
who's,
Spanish
like-
soap operas.
Yeah, exactly.
Same-
Like
like
telemundos
same-
or stuff like
yeah.
that, like novellas.
Sure. Yeah, telenovels. Yes. I guess I have a friend who's actually trying to, with stuff online, he's trying to learn Japanese so he can better understand it. We'll have the subtitles.
Oh.
So I don't know if you're the type of person that got invested in it to the point that you started spending spending outside time trying to learn. the
Yeah,
language.
I'm not that invested in it where I feel like I need to go outside and learn the language. I know some people that are. Shout out to O'Hara, but yeah, I'm not that much into it.
I'd say the language is intense. It's
Yeah,
It is a level 5 language.
it's a very
what's English?
Well, no. So English is what you base it off of.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Level 1.
so
Cool.
so
What's
so
Spanish?
Spanish is a level 1 for
Because
English learners.
It's related words
Oh.
cognates.
Uh-huh.
They-
So-
In Japanese, I'd say Japanese.
they have 3 different alphabets. They have
Mandarin,
Hankari.
Vietnamese, mainly Eastern Asian languages are very
hard. Yeah.
very
Yes.
hard to do.
Korean, Chinese, all
total
that.
and-
Especially in written form with the characters.
I mean, that just takes a lot of practice with memorizing.
Yeah.
But,
I don't do that.
But yeah, so Spanish is level 1, and then Japanese is level 5, and then you have other languages. I think a lot of Slavic languages,
I would
like
say
level
Slavic-
3.
Slavic,
That's
I'd say
Arabic.
level 3.
Arabic is more level 4.
Oh.
Arabic is because there are vowels that if you grew up on English for like 16 years without hearing any Arabic, their vowels
are very guttural,
Yeah.
and even in reading their vowels, sometimes their vowels don't even show up.
Well,
Like, you
luckily
have-
I've heard Arabic my
It's-
entire childhood,
like there's
so I should be able to get it.
there's like an
It's a whole nother story,
AH or an
kids.
AJ sound.
Are you
That's
talking
very,
about like olive? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
there's
studied.
a lot of like throat sounds.
It's
It's
that we-
very
yeah.
like
throaty,
guttural, yeah.
Because Spanish is more at the tip of the tongue.
Mm-hmm. Which
Now-
is why a lot of the sounds in Spanish, you can make as an English speaker, but it's very obvious that you're an
English
English
speaker, yeah.
because it doesn't sound like it's coming from the tip of your tongue.
Like
Well, they're
Sakro
maybe easier to
means
say.
Means drunk in Arabic. Magdun or Magnuna also means crazy
Mm-hmm.
in Arabic.
Now that I know that, I'm gonna start calling all my favorite people.
I feel like
Yeah, so I
olive
guess a
is
language
very
tip,
terrible thing
for
to start
learning a
off with.
language is learning how to
I'd say
learning where the
Arabic
tongue
level
placement
4.
is, because that kind of dictates a lot of the sounds or whatever, and so learning like how the mouth should move relative to your own language
Mm-hmm.
can help you give the impression that you can speak it without actually being able to like
Yeah.
speak
I
it
told
with
you to
good
get on the
grammar.
accents. Anyways, I gotta end it.
Well,
Okay.
can we go on another tangent?
No, we're gonna end it. I'm sorry.
I'll end it by saying like top five.
Top 5 animes.
Yeah.
Okay,
From-
go.
Slash manga.
Lightning round.
One Piece, starting at number 1. Number 2, that one's hard. I would say No Game No Life. Death Note.
I was thinking Death Note was gonna be on there.
Okay. After
It said lightning round.
okay.
See,
but
now you have to
I'm saying
explain
there's
it.
no
Don't
there's,
question
after
it.
One Piece. There's no specific order, right? I don't want to put Naruto and Bleach up there just because I'm not too much of a fan of Naruto and Bleach, but I will say that Akame ga Kill and that's another good anime.
Did you ever watch Attack on Titan?
I have. I'm not too huge on it, but I will say, you know what? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh no, excuse me. Hunter x Hunter. Hunter has to be.
All
up there.
right, you heard it
All
here
right.
first, folks.
Done.
Top 5
Sorry.
animes from Jealous. I'm Dr. Sheep. That's Phil. That's Jealous. That's Kyle in the corner.
And
Oh.
Will's somewhere
Dead. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and
subscribe.
subscribe.
New videos out every other month.
No, what? New podcast every single Friday, 2 p.m. Central Time. And
good morning.
night. Good night. Screw you.
Good evening.
Good night.
Good afternoon.